waves of the Pacific, a lone hunter stalked the shipping lanes of World War II. The USS Wahoo, an American Gato-Class submarine, became a symbol of daring and devastation. Commanded by the fearless, cunning, but equally controversial Dudley "Mush" Morton, Wahoo struck terror into enemy convoys, rewriting the rules of undersea warfare. Now, within the blocky world of Minecraft, her steel hull and silent power rise again, not as pixels of imagination, but as a historically faithful recreation. Every deck plate, every torpedo tube, every detail built with care, a tribute to the vessel and the crew who carved their legacy in the depths. This is more than a build. This is history, reborn, block by block. In this video, I'll take you on a short but captivating tour of the fateful boat. We'll explore the control room, the torpedo rooms, and the conning tower, as well as the engine and maneuvering rooms, and compare them with the real-life equivalents. In a World War II Gato-Class submarine like the Wahoo, the control room was the nerve center of the vessel. Located beneath the conning tower, it housed the diving controls, ballast tank valves, depth gauges, and steering stations. From here, the crew managed the submarine's buoyancy, trim, and course, essentially controlling whether the boat surfaced, submerged, or held depth. It also coordinated with the attack periscope and fire control systems above, making it vital for both navigation and combat operations. In short, the control room was where the submarine was truly driven, balancing the delicate mechanics of underwater warfare. In our Minecraft representation, the diving controls, sensor suite, and navigation systems have been simplified. In reality, the buoyancy of the boat was controlled using a complex system of valves that either pumped in or forced out seawater from ballast tanks that flanked the inner hull. Gato-Class submarines used a combination of dead reckoning celestial navigation, gyro compass readings, and echo sounding to navigate and steer clear of the ocean floor. In a Gato-Class submarine, the torpedo rooms, one forward and one aft, served as both weapon stations and crew spaces. The forward torpedo room held 6 tubes, while the aft carried 4. These compartments stored, maintained, and loaded the submarine's primary weapons, the Mark 14 torpedoes. They enabled attacks from either direction, giving the boat flexibility in combat. When not in battle, the rooms doubled as living quarters, with bunks stacked among the reload racks. In essence, the torpedo rooms were both the heart of the submarine's firepower and part of its cramped living environment. Our Minecraft recreations of the Wahoo's forward and aft torpedo rooms were built to be as realistic and faithful to the actual submarine as possible. In the forward torpedo room, bunks are nestled above the torpedo racks, accurately representing the cramped sleeping spaces that were synonymous with the submarine service of the era. The torpedoes are stacked vertically on both sides of the compartment, flanking a centered steel walkway. The inner torpedo tube doors are visible at the forward end. In the aft counterpart, the space is much more confined, but bunks are still visible above the cramped weapon racks. Any excess space is taken up by cargo crates, which carried precious food and other supplies to keep the crew sustained during the often months-long patrols. The conning tower of a Gato-Class submarine was the compact armored compartment above the control room, used primarily for navigation and attack. It housed the periscopes, radar and sonar displays, the helm during battle stations, and most importantly, the Torpedo Data Computer, TDC, an electromechanical analog computer that calculated firing solutions for torpedoes based on target speed, course, and range. Unlike the control room, which managed diving, surfacing, depth keeping, and ballast operations, the conning tower was focused on combat and command functions. In practice, the control room drove the submarine, while the conning tower fought it. Our Minecraft model of the Wahoo has a conning tower complete with the sub's 2 periscopes, the attack and search periscopes, as well as a sensor suite with a radar display, sonar, and hydrophone controls. The con also houses the combat helm and the torpedo data computer, indicated here as a written sign. The engine room of the USS Wahoo, like other Gato-Class submarines, housed 4 Fairbanks-Morse Model 38D8 and 1/8 opposed piston diesel engines. These engines did not drive the propellers directly. Instead, they powered generators that charged large battery banks or supplied electricity to the propulsion motors. This made the Gato a diesel-electric submarine. On the surface, it ran its diesels to provide power and recharge batteries, while underwater it relied solely on the batteries to run its electric motors in near silence. This arrangement allowed greater operational flexibility, but limited submerged endurance to the battery's capacity. Our Minecraft Wahoo features an accurate engine room layout, with 2 of the Fairbanks-Morse diesel engines in the forward compartment and the other 2 in the aft. In both compartments, the engine manifolds flank a center walkway, underneath which the remaining bulk of each engine is housed. In the forward compartment, this small area also doubles as a maintenance space. In the aft compartment, however, the space under the walkway is overtaken by the small auxiliary engine, often referred to as the dinky engine. The last compartments we'll be covering in our tour are the maneuvering and motor rooms, located at the aft of the submarine. Together, they form the core of her propulsion system. The maneuvering room contained the panels used to control the flow of electrical power from the generators and batteries to the propulsion motors. Just below it, the motor room housed the large electric motors that turned the submarine's twin propellers. The USS Wahoo's story reminds us of the bravery, innovation, and sacrifice that defined undersea warfare in World War II. Rebuilding her here in Minecraft is more than a project. It's a way to keep that history alive, block by block. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this look into the past, consider subscribing to the channel for more historical recreations. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.